before you clapped how the ambience was, and now after you clapped how the ambience is. Can we just try doing that once more with the smiles on your face? Round of applause. है ना, लगता है ना सडनली कि कहीं से खुशी आ चुकी है, एक माहौल ही अलग हो चुका है. So ladies and gentlemen, for the ones who speak in Hindi, welcome to Global Investors Meet. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡ ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ತಟ್ಟಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದವರು. इसी के साथ साथ देवी और सज्जनों, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो विदेश से भी हैं. There are a lot of people who's from different part of the world as well. If there is somebody who's, you know what, Bangalore, Karnataka is a cosmopolitan state kind of a thing. తెలుగు ఎవరన్నా మాట్లాడతారా? ఒకవేళ తెలుగు మాట్లాడితే చప్పట్లు కొట్టండి, అద్దరిపోయింది సార్. తమిళ్ యారన్నా పేసటింగ్లా దయచేసి కై తట్టుంగో. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, the only intent of me trying to floor you or maybe trying to boast myself wasn't for my own personal requirement. It was just to get that smile on your face. So thank you so much for having that smiles on faces, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asif Beg, and I shall be starting off with the next session, introducing you to our dignitaries joining us on stage and taking this forward. This looks like an interesting session as I see people walking in like never before throughout the day, whatever we've seen. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'll be calling the team of SME Connect Enable for Industry 4.0, the initiative by Government of Karnataka, supported by KTEC, COE, NASCOM, to not just aware the SMEs on smart solutions, but to make role models also, to inspire many other SMEs through success stories. To take this forward, initially I'd like to call on stage from Industry Engagement Lead SME. Please put your hands together for Shri Himanshudi. Let's give a big round of applause there, our Sojano. So thank you so much for joining us, and you will be taking the session forward and you'll be calling up your entire team on stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. So finally we are here. First of all, I would like to thank Department of Industries, Government of Karnataka, for providing us the opportunity to work together on this initiative of educating SMEs on smart solutions, hand-holding them for adopting the smart technologies, and try to create some examples in different sectors which can be role model for other SMEs to adopt these kind of solutions. And through this, we try to aim that ultimately our state grows with a digital-led industrial growth. And not just state, but we take this solution into entire country so that, you know, we can lead towards the common vision. To start with, so this session is we have divided in 3 particular segments. The first segments will talk about a little bit of why Industry 4.0 solutions are important for SMEs, what kind of challenges SME face, and how can we, you know, work on improving their productivity, efficiency, and quality. So that's the first part of it. What are the myths that we face while we are adopting the smart solutions? And when I say we, I'm just wearing a hat of an SME. So that's the first part we'll cover. Second, we'll talk a little bit about the initiative. This has been operational since last 6 months. And we have worked together in different clusters of Karnataka. So we'll brief you about this. And this will continue going even after the Global Investor Meet. The third part of the session is we would like to call upon the stage some of the solution adopters, SMEs who have adopted the smart solutions under this program. To give you an idea that they'll come and they'll share some of their success stories, and also the solution providers who have provided these solutions. So they all are sitting here, so we'd be happy to call them on the stage. So to start with, we call this current era as an Industry 4.0, and the era is of the era of opportunity, right? We face a lot of challenges during our regular day-to-day operations. When I talk about SME, there are many challenges, right? Labor is the first concern. Skilled labor is another concern. Second is that my operational cost that starts growing as, you know, my plant starts aging. When I set up my factory, everything was going smooth. My machines were performing fine. But when it started aging, my energy cost started growing, my maintenance cost started growing. So my overall operational cost built up. Third challenge we see is that I rely on my workers. They set the parameters. Because we SME, our workers are working with us since we begin the factories, right? So I rely on my workers, they set the parameters, and that's how I'm monitoring my efficiency. But whether these parameters are apt or not, that I'm really not sure. I face frequent breakdowns, which cause a lot of troubles. And last but not the least, that a lot of our data is all on registers, right? We put it on paper, we record it on regular basis, but this data never gets utilized. And this goes in Almira, and no outcome comes out of it. So what we should do about it? Second is, when we talk to SMEs, we face a lot of, we get to hear a lot of other apprehensions also. Why we should adopt Industry 4.0 solution? We get to hear that, I don't have a skilled manpower to work on this initiative. Second is, I don't have time and resources. Third is that these all are jargons. When I talk about AI, when I talk about IoT, these all are jargons, and large company do that. We don't do it. Then we get to hear is, everything is working fine. When I started my factory, I struggled with a lot of things. But now I have set up my operations and my plant is running smooth. Why should I change? Why should I bring in new initiatives? I have not seen examples of MSMEs adopting the smart city. If we don't start adopting, how we will see the examples? Fortunately, through this initiative, we will be showcasing some of the examples for you to get understanding of how it can bring change. I've already invested in, smart solutions through robotic technologies. But when we say Industry 4.0, we are talking about certain softwares. The softwares get fitted into your machines, and the machines started interacting with each other. The machines started interacting with you, your workers, your department gets integrated, and that's how the data starts flowing into the entire operations, into your quality department, into your inventory management department, and whatnot. So these are some of the examples. I'll not go into detail, but these are some of the examples where AI, IoT kind of solution can help you to overcome some of the challenges that you are facing in plant. What happens behind this? It's all about data. Whatever till now we were putting on paper and it was just going unutilized, once we start recording that data, the data start being captured. We can capture it through sensors, or we have some solution providers who work on e-log books also. Very simple solution, but it helps you to digitalize your data, which goes on paper, you can bring it on dashboards. Then this data, first it gets captured. Rather than on your paper, it comes in a digital format. Then you can process that data, since it is readily available. If it's on paper, it's not going to be utilized. If it's on paper, somebody will feed it into Excel sheets, and then once after a 7 days or a 15 days of a time, these Excel sheets will get compiled, and then the owner will get review of it. It'll take a lot of time for somebody to come to a conclusion based on the data, right? So the first and foremost step is that you digitalize it. And this is how you digitalize. Once you digitalize, you can start understanding the data and the insights which is coming out of it. So first, you capture it, then you process that data. There are mathematical models which gets applied, which utilizes the data, and then it gives you some visualization that where the errors are happening, where the trend is going, during what times your machines were not running, during what seasons your product had the maximum defects, during what time your inventory counts were high, during what time your worker presence was not there. How do I come to know all these things? I come to know through my data, once it gets visualized. So through visualize, you come to know about it, you come to know about how do I monitor it, and then you identify the root cause. Using this software, you can also put some thresholds on it. So if there are anomalies, if it crosses some values which are preset, you get an indication that this is something which is not normal. and you can take corrective action on it. So intervention, which is the last step of it. Now, how we should adopt the digital. Now, we get to hear that, okay, data is fine. I can adopt in many my plant areas. How should I start adopting? How do I decide that where should I put my solution? Should I start with inventory? Should I start with my machines, monitoring my machines? Should I put it on quality? How do I take the decision? So let me tell you that, and this we have understood from talking to thousands and thousands of SMEs across the country, that this is not going to be a one-time step. It's a journey. And when we start adopting the solution, we go through this learning curve. When we adopt it, first we realize it. We also learn along it. As an owner, we also learn along it that how solution provider is going to come, what will be his conditions, how he'll put the solution, are there any pre-infrastructure which is needed to be put in my plant so that I can collect the data. So it's a journey. You can start with first step. Have a roadmap in your mind. At least do some assessment that where I'm currently digital at this moment and where I need to go in next 3 or 5 years. So build that roadmap. Have some strategy in place. That's the first step. You can prioritize your focus area, and we'll talk about briefly how we can prioritize those areas. Second is have a digital infrastructure in place. If you have an ERP, well and good, because at least you are getting some data on board to start with. You can also automate some of the repeated process, which is unnecessarily consuming your time. And if you can connect your machines, again, it's a good point because you can start recording the operations happening through your machines. Start with some POCs. Don't go full-fledged across entire factory. What you can do is you can try out. If you say, I want to digitalize, I have 20 machines in my plant, and I want to digitalize them. So you can start thinking about if I can put in 5 machines or 3 machines, which are the critical ones. And when I put in those machines, I'll understand that process, that what I gain out of it, what after recording my data, what was the learning out of it, and what the benefit I did. We all calculate ROI, a simple term. Whenever we make an investment, we all calculate then how much time it is going to give me the return. This is the simple calculation. Based on that, you take a call. You can also follow some frameworks. This is one of the example. Understand today's state, where you are currently. Try to identify where it is impacting your bottom line. Which are the areas where currently the cost is going high? These areas you can prioritize, because if you deploy your solution over there, definitely it is going to give a bigger impact, because there is somewhere where you're going to make some savings. Third one is, what are your KPIs? For one industry, the vision can be different. For another industry, the vision can be different. I'll give an example. If somebody is producing in a large scale, productivity is key important factor for them. If somebody is exporting in a large scale, quality is another key important factor for them. So depending on what are your key KPIs, key performance indicators, you can take a call, where should I focus? And last is the reference, where my industry is going. If a pharma company is adopting a smart solution, the maturity of industry is different. If an engineering industry is adopting smart solution, the maturity of industry is different. So you need to take reference that which are the other companies following to my sector are digitalizing and how much they are digitalizing. Based on that, you can take a call. And last but not the least, once you get the confidence, once you get the ROI, then you scale it. Then you scale it to your other parts of the factory, which will ultimately lead to the efficiency, profitability, and growth. So that's all from us in terms of content. I'd like to invite Siddharth from my team to talk more about the initiatives before we go into hearing more from the adopters and the solution providers who have adopted. Over to you, Siddharth.
Thank you, Himanshu. So, like Himanshu just said, this activity was conducted all over Karnataka. since last 6 months. So you can see these are the clusters where KTech COE team had visited these all areas, these all districts. So these were across all the sectors. So like you can see the North Karnataka region, it is mostly for food processing and all. So there we have reached there. So few of the adopters are still on the adoption stage. And so here was like we have identified the challenges of the SMEs where we went there, we conducted these workshops, and we asked them to like what are the challenges. So we understood their operational challenges and we provided step-by-step approach for the entire like the digital transformation journey. We have provided handhold support for these adopters, and also we have got the solution providers as well. So here the solution providers were they also came to us, like we have like low cost solutions with us. So there we identified the solution providers and we provided in the market as well. So here the solution providers and the SMEs where matchmaking was done by KTech COE. So how you can utilize this government opportunity? You can scan this QR code, and if you are a SME, you'll be getting handhold support to implement this smart solutions. And if you are a solution provider, let us know what solution do you provide. We'll be more happy to include you in our startup pool or a solution pool. And if you are a catalyst, like anybody of you is from association, chamber, or subject matter expert, they can also nominate themselves and utilize this fantastic opportunity which has been provided by government of Karnataka. And here we are going to see the examples of solution providers and the adopters. The next session will be moderated by my colleague Vasuki. So Vasuki, please.
Thank you, Siddharth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So we come to the interesting part of this session, and thanks to my colleague Himanshu and Siddharth for setting the context. So what we have done in the last 6 months is something that we're going to present to you here. Some of them are really transformational stories, very inspiring stories, stories of people who have running these factories for about say 20 years or 30 years, and some of them had these challenges, how we went about solving them, and we have the catalysts or the solution providers whom we call. The solution providers or the startup solutions who have given them the digital solutions to them, creating a transformational journey to them and the digital transformation in their organizations, which has created a huge impact both on the bottom line, productivity, and the quality, and today they run the business. They're the complete visualization. As Himanshu mentioned to you about, what would you do when you do the capturing of the data? So you have the complete visualization and all that stuff. So wherever you are able to see that, where your factory is and how it's being produced and what's the kind of inventory you have, how you're able to, deliver that, and what's the kind of supply chain visibility, all of that. So I would like to invite, please put your hands together and please invite, for when all these guys are coming in, please put your hands together and invite Velox. Velox guys. And Factory.ai, Mr. Sri Hari Murthy. So quickly, we have about 2 minutes to share what was your problem and problem statement and how you went about, giving them the brief and how the solution provider Factory.ai went about solving that and what's been the outcome, just for the benefit of our audience.
Good evening, everybody, and I would like to thank Invest Karnataka for this opportunity. What we run is a business which makes solid tires. These are specialized tires, essentially used for heavy equipments like JCBs, forklifts, etc. And we have a factory which is based out of Pinia. So our problem was we run with a limited capital, and all of the data tracking was very manual. Essentially, it was all done on the books by people, and that resulted in a loss of envisioning as to where the product is while our customers ask for it. Srihari happens to be my neighbor, and incidentally we met at a birthday party and we happened to talk about solutions, and he said, oh, this is something that I do. So Srihari has something called as database, and everything is on the cloud. It helps you track all your inventory, and it is just at a click of a button. And we had this entire project running in less than 2 days, and we've been doing this project for less than a couple of months, and it has helped us in enabling the visibility of where our products are in the pipeline, and that has been like a great help for us, especially when 70% of our business is exports. Especially when they ask as to where your products are, it is easier for us to tell us as to where we are in our stage of delivery.
Yeah, Srihari, how did you go about addressing this challenge?
Yeah, I think as Matthew said, very valid points. What I would just add to that is when we work with SMEs, what we typically see is that a top-down approach is very beneficial, which means that first you need to understand from your order book that where your customers place your orders, that where are the things in the factory, what is on time, how much is my overdue, how much is my on-time delivery, right? And the failures which are happening in overdue or on-time delivery, then you see that where is it stuck in the factory, and you go down and you start delving deeper. By doing that, what it ensures is you can tie it to a ROI, right? And ultimately, you want to get an ROI from any investment you make into technology. And that gives you the confidence and step-by-step approach to go further and further into the Industry 4.0 journey. And as Matthew said, that in basically 2 days, you can implement such solutions. So it's not a big investment in time, money, anything, and it gives you the confidence. So start with a top-down approach, and you will start to gain a lot of confidence, see a lot of benefits. So that's been our experience, which I would like to share.
Fantastic. So anything else that you would like to add?
That's it. I mean, so many people are unaware of opportunities like this, and I would just, I would encourage everyone to take a notice of opportunities that are ahead, and like make factories or production lines much more AI enabled, so that we could do better for India, grow India, and present ourselves in a better light to countries abroad.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Next, we have TIA Technology. Do we have the gentleman from TIA? Yeah. TIA Technology from Autobits.
Sure. You can share the story of your client and how did you go about implementing that, and what's the problem was and what's been the impact, please.
So, good evening everyone. So, as an Autobits, we have participated in Intex just in January. So, the client TIA Technology came to our stall and they have discussed that they are having a problem in monitoring their machines. So they are into turnkey projects of weighing bag, the weightage of the each and every bag. So they were having a problem that due to the tuning of the machines were delivering the extra weights. We tell a terminology like extra giveaway. So they were having a losses of 10 to 15%. So more material was being dispensed in their bags. So we have given them a solutions like to monitoring using the SPCs, and we give the real-time analytics that, so for example, if it goes about certain threshold levels, we generate an alert. And we also have given the solutions of downtime. So mostly their machines were being not into productive. So we have done machine locking. We have created and compliance-based systems to get and compulsory downtime reasons. So that is how we have helped our clients to get the data and show them the real-time analytics and the overall picture of their shop floor. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Next, we have from Macro Technologies, Shri Acme Industries, Asian Industries, Ace Diecraft. These are some of the solutions provided by India team.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening. My name is
Which one do you want to pick the first?
Sir?
Macro, Acme, which one do you want to pick the first?
Macro. I'm from
Mac-
Macro Technologies.
Okay.
Yeah. So first, I would like to thank Karnataka government and NASCOM team for this opportunity. And I would like to touch upon some few points. That is, when a business owner starts a company, initially when it starts growing, we feel that everything is in a much better control, where the business owner himself involved in day-to-day activity, and that is where people feel that it is comfortably running. When we grow the company beyond a point time, where your next level of people are handling things, and also your turnover increases, that is where we don't get a real-time information of your bills and the invoices, the difference between that. So most of the MSMEs are into slightly in a stress scenario, because one is the want of business, another is whatever business you have, whether it is profitable or not. So this tracing mechanism is not available when you grow beyond a point of thing. That is where a digitized way of information is needed for you to track your daily activities, what you're doing. So such scenario, we have many digitized solutions in the country, but what happens is you cannot adapt everything in a very easy way to everywhere. So we should have a digitized service provider who understand the situation in the company. It is like an automotive car gets into the market, but there are no driving schools. So handholding is much important, and until they understand your business and give you a real turnkey solutions. So that is where we came across the India, and from their technical background, it is really helping us.
As a SME, what do you produce? What is that?
We manufacture plastic injection molds and molded components, also into sheet metal components. So day to day, we interact with a lot of plastic material purchases and doing the mold development internally. We have a lot of machines, operators. So understanding how the operators are working, how my material is being utilized, whether it is beyond my quotation limits, or all this information, if doesn't come, we may not be knowing whether the existing business itself is running under loss or not. So that is where you need a real-time data capturing mechanism. So what we are currently doing is, from the order to delivery, we are able to track the entire system through a digitized platform, where once the order is input, we know what is the material is needed, which operator has done that process. Until it is delivery, we are able to track everything now. So that is something is really helping us to improve our productivity and utilization.
Fantastic. So
initially Shijesh was struggling with data management, especially he was depending upon the paper, Excel sheet, even though he has other accounting software. But we help him to put everything in one place and under one scope.
You are from India, right?
Yeah, I belong
yeah.
to India.
So you need to introduce yourself.
Yeah, myself Rahul, I am the operations manager for India, and we provide the solution for Macro Technologies. They are our first company, and they were a successful company. And initially Shijesh was handling everything easier, but once he scaled up his business, he cannot control everything using a small software. So he wanted to have everything under one umbrella. And we are from a manufacturing background of 17 years of experience in the ERP and 27 experience of manufacturing background we came from. So we know the pain point of the MSME industries and SMEs, especially the discrete manufacturing sectors. So we handhold them to achieve the right. Now they are one of our happy and satisfied customer. I can proudly say that. And here we have one more customer.
So please introduce yourself and what you produce.
Yeah, I'm Salim from Sunik Components Private Limited Electronicity. So I'm assessing India, and I can see a big difference between other ERPs and the solution provider like India. Because see, the owner of this company, what he says, no, he don't want to sell ERP to be. He wanted to see that one, I want your productivity to be improved, minimum 40% improvement. After that only I will ask payment from you. So that is the kind of confidence he has on his product. And when I looked at it, no, I see that one, a lot of facilities are there, and he wanted to provide a solution which is something equivalent to SAP, which will be running into lakhs and crores sometimes, which he wanted to run it for a MSME for a smaller price. So these things, it really looked like, really challenging, but it is attractive, and I am definitely wanted to go with India. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I recommend India to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a wonderful testimony from the client. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, if there are any manufacturers here, can you please raise your hands? Fantastic. That's quite a lot of number. So here are the solution providers. What solution they have provided? There is a testimony by the client who has used and seen the benefit, and they've seen the ROI. And now here is up to you to collaborate with them. Also, if you find those people, SMEs, you can cross-collaborate with them for anything. Most welcome to collaborate with them and network with them. So we move on to the next one. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Universe Power Systems. So, a quick introduction.
Yes, powerful evening to everyone. My name is Jayalashmi Venkat Narayanan. I'm into this power industry. I'm the only women business partner with Emerson Vertiv since 27 years. And we were established and we were doing very well. But 2020, during the COVID period, when we started manufacturing, so there we started seeing a lot of differences. And my product is two products which we have told here is, one is the router UPS, which is, we are exactly different from the market, which is patent applied. And second one is saving water, saving energy is the main criteria today. We have our IoT solution where we can help the companies B2B market to save the water and save energy. So that is going very well. But the challenge what we faced is the router UPS is having very, very small components, and though my employees are with me with 25 years, 20 years like that, but this particular product, that components are very small, and the inventory management, that is what we were looking for. And this both the products, one particular solution and the product is majorly, to be frank with you, the elephant doesn't know its own strength. Same like that, when I came out with the Universe brand, I was not knowing that I am having this much of credibility in the market, and more than 50 channel partners are joining with us already now. So we have gone globally, like people are signing up. So how can I manage these channel partners? How much orders they are giving? How to do that? So we were looking for some CRM and other inventory management, lot of solutions. But one people were giving one. So when we came to know about Automark, so I am telling you, yesterday I gave them already. We started implementing, and yesterday I gave them the testimonial also, because we were seamlessly introducing, and then one of my director, I put them under them, and till today he never even called me and told that this is becoming difficult like that. So they took care completely my operation. Thank you so much for Invest Karnataka, NASCOM, and all you people. Thank you so much, and I think by this year with your solution we can expect at least double the growth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So,
thank you, Madam
yeah,
Jayalakshmi. And first of all, thank you very much, NASCOM, because I think what you showed here is an amazing display of what really the industry needs. And you have done the hard work to really establish how industries could become more digitalized, right? So I would like to introduce the partner to Madam Jayalakshmi, Atomok. Atomok Technology is founded by Manoj, and I'm the startup advisor, and Dr. Lipika is part of our team. So we have a very strong 35 years experience with Infosys, and we have built it to bring around a technological product, which is an integrated real-time SaaS-based software, which has ERP, CRM, and HR. So this is one solution. So and our motto is to help organizations, mid-size and small sizes, to adopt digitalization. And we believe, like Madam explained, it is a very affordable solution and it is very easy to implement. So today, if you really see, most of your employees or officers, they're all smart. They all use smartphones. So why are we not implementing smart technologies? So that is where we are plugging in the gap, and an example of what Madam Jayalakshmi told. So this is where we are, and we look forward to any of you reaching out to us. Thank you very much.
But because, very short period, but we were very, very happy and comfortable, credible with them. So we started already today also, if you see so many customers, I introduced them. So that shows the way how they work. So really, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you so much, Madam, for placing your faith in those people and giving them the opportunity.
And
in
one
a very
more
short
thing,
time.
one small, this one, so if I take 10 seconds, you will not believe that right now, my IoT solution, we came to know after talking to him that we both can be a partners. Yes,
that's even more
because
fantastic.
whatever, yes, he
So
wants to buy the hardware and IoT device from us, and then he wants to implement that software in his name. So even that can be done.
So the journey of digitalization is not just selling, but it's also partnering.
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
That's fantastic. Please give them a big round of applause, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have the Glastronics. So we have the more women power coming on stage. More power to you. Please.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, NASCOM, for arranging this for all of us. The solution provider, I am Neerja, the founder of Ecomorphosis, and that's Ms. Jyoti.
I'm the quality manager working at Glastronics since past 22 years. We are into sheet metal and machining sector, and also electrical and electronic products we are developing. We got to know about Ecomorphosis from last 6 months, and there was a drastical improvement in our scores, especially with our EcoVadis score, which got 25% increase, and which was able for us to supply the parts to other Western countries, European countries. And also we got the cost saving around 12% in our manufacturing sector. So this was very useful program for the sustainability, which is a more importance from our customer point of view, and also for the manufacturing.
Thank you, ma'am. So, thank you. So we work with Glastronics. We are into sustainability and ESG dashboard. So we offer a consultancy. We offer a sandwich of solutions, consultancy, dashboard, and we implement them on ground. So we are not the people who will give you gyan on sustainability. We always say that we will be on ground working with your team members and enabling sustainability. So there is a common myth in all the industries. Everybody says we can't get on a sustainability journey because we don't have enough data. I think everybody has enough data. At Ecomorphosis, when we step into any organization, the first thing we ask is, do you have your energy bills? Do you know what is your water consumption? Do you know your logistics data? Do you know how much diesel you're consuming in your DGs? Do you know your chemicals? I think you're sorted. You have all the information to start your carbon emissions, accounting your waste footprint, accounting your water footprint, even you can do circular economy initiatives. I think all of that gets visualized on a dashboard where this data will enable the top of the pyramid to take policy decisions and the middle management and bottom of the pyramid to start implementing them on the ground. And that's all, the combination of this is what leads to, like ma'am said, a reduction of 12% in your cost savings and in your cost expenditure. That's also fixed cost, 12% fixed cost in about 6 to 12 months. And also, you're increasing your EcoVadis score. You're keeping your customers happy because the global supply chain is moving towards sustainability. The government of India is asking, and all of your clients also will be asking for your sustainability initiatives. A smaller report on the dashboard is something that will give more confidence to all of your clients and increases your reach on the global market. I think if sustainability is not helping you do cost savings, NASCOM wouldn't have allowed us to speak on this, on this platform. I think cost saving is everything, and I think sustainability is the way forward. Thank you.
This is amazing. You know, we always think ESG is meant for large corporates, for carbon footprint, to get the carbon credits, etc. But here is a solution for the MSMEs and SMEs. I think they deserve a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
high-tech electronics. So we move on to the next one. Jain engineers. A quick introduction and then the problem statement and talk about your client and yourself.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶಿಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಸೊ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯ ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ CEO. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಟೆಕ್ ಮೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೆಸ್ಕನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಮ್ಮದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಈಗ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದರು, ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹೋದರು, ಸೊ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ನಾನು ಕರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಇದು ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ನನಗೆ ಡಿಜಿಟಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ವಿದಿನ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೌಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಈಸಿಲಿ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್. ಈವನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಿ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಸೊ ಆ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅವರು ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನಿಲ್ ಶಿರೀಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಫೇಲ್ಸ್, ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ವಿತ್ ಫೋಟೋ ರೀಸನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮದು ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you so much. Now we would like to invite Mr. Zubin and his team from Think7 Systems, who have implemented solutions for these many clients: Protex, JHY, TechServe, LKM, and GS Industries. Zubin.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Zubin Jaktiani. I'm the co-founder of Think7. I'd like to introduce two of our clients, Ananya Kumar from GS Industries and Anthony from Protex. I'll let them speak a little bit about what they do and what we have done for them, and then I'll give you a quick background into Think7 and how we work with SMEs and manufacturers across all sizes. Ananya, over to you.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. So I am from GS Industries. We are based out of Mahadevpura, Bangalore, and we are a sheet metal stamping manufacturer. So basically, why we introduced Think7 was because we are using pneumatic power presses for the manufacturing of the components that are usually used in the seat belt assembly and the airbags. So the quality is very important. So where Think7 comes in, before Think7 we used to struggle a lot because everything was done manually, all the documentation, everything, all the inspection sheets, everything was maintained manually. But after introduction of Think7, everything was digitally done, and we had a record of everything. So that is how, and not just inspection sheets. So we can monitor, we can do SPC studies, we can do OE management, and we can check out the downtime of the machines. All these things can be, all these solutions are provided by the Think7. Thank you.
Thanks, Ananya. Anthony, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank NASSCOM, Think7, and Government of Karnataka for giving this opportunity. We are a company, my company's name is Protex. We are a company into manufacturing injection molds and also molded components, like MacPro has come here, similar to them. We cater to electronics and electrical kind of components, and That's where our injection molds and molding comes into picture. One of the biggest problems that we face is that we manufacture components for electrical and electronics, right? The components are very, very small. It takes only a few seconds to manufacture components and then that number increases, right? We are trying to get this problem, that is, if there is a problem in the manufacturing, the process-wise or the dimension, we are trying to track that at that moment, stop the machine, correct the process, and then continue the production. So this is what we are trying to do. So Think 7 comes into place there, not just tracking the machine, whether it is working or not working, but also to give us the quality updates on the machine of the products live. So we don't want to wait for the reports to come the next day to our tables. The managers look through it, and then they all go like, oh, yesterday we had a problem. We have to reject one lot of components that has been produced in the second or third shift that was the previous day. So the harm is already done, and then there is no point in going back. We're trying to correct the problems at that minute of the production through Think 7, and that's what we're trying to do. Thank you.
Thanks, Ananya. Before I introduce Think 7 to you all, I'd like to thank Invest Karnataka, Government of Karnataka, METI, and NASSCOM. But more importantly, I'd like NASSCOM, METI, Government of Karnataka to thank the early adopters and the service providers like us and Autobits and the others who have been around and who are making a change in how manufacturing is done in the country and giving us a global advantage. So a big round of applause first to all the early adopters and service providers. Thank you. So Think 7 started from a personal need. I come from a manufacturing background, so I know what the pain is of managing a shop floor and how lack of data or lack of real-time data can be a huge hindrance in taking decisions which will actually make an impact, right? You don't want the post-mortem, you really want to save the patient. So that's where it started from. SME is a target sector for us, having been there, worn that hat in my previous avatar. And today we've digitized about 250 factories across the country. Around half of them are in the small and medium sector. So our belief is very simple. Technology has to be easy. Technology has to be adaptable and adoptable by the people on the shop floor. We don't want, like some of the myths that Himanshu pointed out, like we don't have skilled manpower or our people won't know how to use this. These are truly just myths. I think service providers like us have to ensure that it does not become a reality. We want it to be seamless. So what we do at Think 7 is to make the intervention of people on the shop floor as little as possible, preferably zero, collect data from the machines directly, which therefore means that we have to be compatible with all types of machines and all generations of machines. So that's the approach we have taken. So whether it's injection molding, you've seen an example here, or stamping, or machining or die casting, and whether the machines are brand new and come Industry 4 ready, or they're 30, 40 years old and have no connectivity options, we can step in, connect them, bring them online and extract machine data for you to drive improvements towards reducing your downtime, improving your quality, and taking all these proactive measures. So yeah, you can reach out to us and probably, connect with them as well if you want to understand how it's really driven improvements at, your peers. So thank you very much, and thanks, Vasuki.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause for adopting these digital solutions and making a big difference in the products they produce and, giving that proud feeling for all the people who are employed there. So these are some of the solutions that you see. These are meant for deskless workers or people who don't have a laptop or people who don't work on any desktops. So these are the kind of solutions that can be given to your shop floor and other people who can use this with very little training required for them. So with this, we'd like to invite Dean. Yeah, I think this is on. We'd like to invite all the people on stage for. Okay, we'd like to invite all the participants here who, the adopters and as well as the SME solutions providers for a group photo. And before that, I would like to invite Himanshu, he wants to say something.
Yeah, I think we have few minutes more to just spend time on it. I would just want everybody to leave with a thought. I was hearing this from one of the manufacturers I was interacting, and I've been interacting with the person before they're adopting the solutions as well as after they're adopting solutions. And he told me very pleasantly that now my workforce really likes to, come forward and work at the factory. And I asked, and they hire a lot of new people also. So he said that the newer workforce, when they see that the factories are empowered with technology, it's now in the new era when we are talking about Industry 4.0, our factories are not just the mechanical factories which are driven by machines. They have now started becoming the factories which are empowered with technology. And they pleasantly say that, the business owners pleasantly say that my workforce really like to work in the factory when they see that, things are digitally empowered. So this is where we are leading towards. Let's all join the hands together in terms of making our states, our country, towards the digital-led industrial growth. And I think some of the stories that you heard here from the adopters as well as the solution providers, the core objective was that if we can establish some examples, in the sector, which can inspire really others to adopt these kind of solutions and drive digitalization in your own plants, then I think we'll be able to, make some change in the economy. And that's where we have been working. Again, last but not the least, thank you so much to Department of Industries, Government of Karnataka, to give us an opportunity to work on this initiative. We would also like to extend thank to all the industry associations, district industry centers, to work along with us. Wherever we went to this industrial clusters, we were provided a good support to kind of, schedule the awareness workshops and educate the SMEs on Industry 4.0. We'll keep doing this. If anybody needs any kind of support, you are welcome to reach out. We are there at the stall 41 and 42 at the MSME Pavilion for the next 2 days. So, and all the solution providers and the exhibitors, the adopters are also over there. So if you want to interact, you can interact today also. You can interact tomorrow and day onwards also. So thank you. Thank you everybody for your patient listening and being a great audience. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much. So can we have the adopters and solution providers on the stage, please, for a group photo?
Thank you everyone. Have a good evening.